Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and we are back with a semi-finals game between CC and Pitt Wrath. It's a very big game we have here today. We saw CC approach the semifinals last time. It was 5 seasons ago, and Pitt Wrath was in the semifinals last season. So Pitt Wrath, a little bit more of a familiar face we see here in the semis. So let's see if CC's able to make a big return after 5 whole seasons. Okay, and we are going to be on Bank here tonight for map 1.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Okay, and we do see... Okay, yeah, perfect. So for the more... Okay, so we do see Pitt Wrath on defense this time on Bank. And they are going to be running an Echo, Scopos, and Solus combo, Wombo here. A little bit more of an aggressive composition. Sometimes we've actually seen this a few times. Last time we watched Pitt Wrath, we did see a similar playstyle here, so they are going to stick to their guns and what they're comfortable with. There were a few times where they were extremely successful running this lineup, the Echo being extremely critical for giving info on, are the enemies pushing top square? Are they pushing lobby side? Where's the pressure being added? And everyone able to coordinate around that Echo. And we do see a top square take, like always here. CEO side roam alongside Solus here. And Isolation already in the building, like always. Can't be surprised there, and he might catch this guy off guard on marble stairs. I don't think he knows, and what a pre-fire! Unable to finish him off, runs away. Sack gets by barely with his life.
I'm reloading.
And we do see the roam game a little bit weakened now. JX on his own. Misdroned, possibly. They didn't bother to drone top floor, maybe. It looks like so.
Nothing nearby.
Isolations. Identify someone playing marble here. He thinks someone's up top, I believe. And a 5v5 situation is not where you want to be if you're CC here. Or, sorry, if you're Pitt Wrath defending. And we are going to see the entry into server. Ready to plant very soon with the Capitao. And is this a confrontation on Vert against JX? Unsuccessful on the roam. And now a 5v4 with a deadly post plant. Capitao bolt's about to come in, and so are the Yings. It's going to be up to Stargazer to finish the plant here. And now that the Goyos are going to go away, 1 minute left on the clock. And the only form of denial is the Echo drones. Shiffy trying to aggress, maybe. Unfortunately, Stargazer ended up dying, so someone's gonna end up taking his place. Omizi gonna act as the planner. And what is this positioning here? Deciding to plant on the desk. Isolation right next to the Solus. And they don't know. Jumps right in front of him. Down he goes. And the planter dies after planting the bomb. And a difficult post-plant situation. Vexy gonna have to walk up marble and flank, but the air jab might make that difficult. And Comber knows. Nice little pre-fire. Down goes the Goyo. Shiffy and Jay gonna have to swing the hatches here. And down goes the hatch player. It's just up to Comber to deny the plant. And one goes down and hides. Really nice plant position there we saw from CC. I have not, and down goes the last guy. I have not seen that spot picked for plant. Usually it's right on the server door, but that's a really nice plant spot if you want to get an easy angle from the hatch. So interesting decision there from CC, and it does pay off for them. Nice execute. They got good roam clear. JX unable to get any picks on the Scopus roam, unfortunately for him, and that made the execute so much more deadlier. And also, we didn't see any echo denial that time, so I wonder why. Maybe he was under too much pressure there. Bye, barely with his life.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
And we do see the roam game a little bit weakened now. JX on his own, misdroned possibly. They didn't bother to drone top floor, maybe it looks like. So
reloading. I'll just relax here and let Yokai do the rest.
Reloading.
and we are gonna see a vigil roam alongside that echo once more. So reliant on it, it seems like. And is he gonna swing? Such aggression, and I don't think Abolition's gonna expect this. Oh wait, they have him pinged. The drone works. Stargazer gonna take the swing, and down goes Sack. He didn't realize he was droned.
Drone deployed.
And that's a very successful roam clear, and the snake just so powerful there for countering any roamers. Are there any actually? Not really, except the marble player. And once again, Vert up is given to them. CC so aggressive on the roam clear, especially with the fuse shield. Interesting pick. We don't usually see a fuse shield for these types of scenarios, but hey, it pays off. It works. And now we're probably going to see rotation server side for Stargazer. But is Pitt Wrath going to do anything different this time? A nice angle from isolation, expecting the aggression from marble side. Through the murder hole, and 5v3. It's just clockwork for CC here. Gonna clear the Goyos off, and we need to see some aggression from Pitt Wrath here. Although it's hard to do anything right now. They are gonna trust themselves on the post plan, it looks like, although I don't know what they're gonna do once this fuse starts turtle planting. What is their plan? Oh wait, they have C4s. They have C4s. One C4 they have. That is their only hope right now from the Mira. And if he does not see the when night spray fire through the smoke, Jay plant going down. Is he gonna get C4'd? And the C4 misses 1 HP Stargazer. JX trying to go on a killing spree here, and what is that? 2 down. He doesn't know someone's in gold vault right now. Gonna take his 1v1 on the Stargazer. This is tough position for Star. He's gonna get impacted. Down he goes. It's just Omizi. But wait, he doesn't know. Big kill from Omizi. Nice try on JX with the clutch attempt there, but not quite. Hectic chaos ensuing there.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
And we are back up top floor here. Not back. This is gonna be our first time. Pitt Wrath not really comfortable playing below anymore because CC has such an aggressive roam clear, such confidence on playing alongside that fuse there. Good drone work, and they said we are not having none of that now. And isolations always, oh, not this time, actually abolishing we're gonna see on Snake this time. Isolations on the knock. Looks like he might want to walk up Marble with the knock and dodge the camera. See how well that goes for him.
Ready, set, Banshee deployed.
Sensor on. Let's see what I can find.
Swapping me.
And Isolation is trying to make something work by himself. Abolition gonna be on this familiar entry we always see from Snake through the printer window. But he's gonna be contested. Looks like he misdroned Shiffy though. Shiffy staying completely still right now, trying to make no noise. And I think Abolition heard him. Good patience from Abolition there. Isolation trying to help. Might be able to flank the Solus here. And he does get flanked. Big lurk from Isolation there. He probably wanted to walk up lobby, but he saw there was a little bit of a contest there, and he's like, might as well help my teammate. Wait on top square window here. Vex needs to be a little careful. The barbed wire. Not gonna allow him to walk up marble stairs for free fully, and Jay. SMG 12 ready. Are we gonna see it hopping in stock? Down goes Abolition on marble. Isolation finally walking up, an early contest on his right. Good aggression from JX. No fear. And up to Stargazer to clean up his teammate's slack. The spot, we did see a 4v4 situation, but the stock player, I think that was JX that swung him, not sure, but big opportunity to kill the stock, and then immediately the lobby player there just Pitt Wrath fragging out this round, which has been the key to their win, I guess. Any round the key to the win would be fragging out, sort of, but not super tactical so far we were seeing for this round for Pitt Wrath to win. Not playing too much off traps, just swinging and winning these gunfights. I'm assuming that Pitt Wrath is gonna ban some sort of shield, the fuse probably, and then go back down. That fuse really effective for the roam clear, although I'd be worried about banning him because there's many other shields that are just as effective, if not more. And we do see the Ying. I'm not really a big fan of that ban. There still exists the Capital, which I think might have been a bigger issue than the Ying. This doesn't... I suppose it lessens the firepower and the amount of utility dump that CC has to their disposal, which is definitely a help in some way.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
All right, and we do see the decision to bring Capitan once again. Air jabs for the flank, and just the basic take that CC has been doing. CC has been doing. They're really confident in this same take again. Are we going to see any adjustments from Pitt Wrath, given the predictable pattern we're seeing from CC here on Basement Bank? This time, opting not to bring the Echo hasn't proved to be really useful. He's like, I'll just bring the Vigil this time. I'll be there in person, and hope this goes better off for them. We'll see. And early contest on electrical here. Who is
location-
this?
Ring of hostiles.
Ends up backing up here a little bit. And we do see some presence lobby side on the rappel. Abolition recognizes what's going on. It's mostly an open area here. He realizes he's probably going to instruct Stargazer to walk down marble or even drop the hatch here. JX finally giving up the space. Shiffy decides to stay in tellers, hoping for a freebie if they misdrone him. And walking down marble is this. Jay decides to fully walk down, I guess. And so careful. Trying to make all types of cutoff, all types of lines of sight, but Shiffy unidentified still. And they don't know. How is he gonna approach this before? Is he gonna wait until the execute takes place? He could impact this wall and get a quick one on Abolition. He's gonna let his team suffer a little bit before he decides. So patient right now. The execute being set up, but Abolition staring at the jaws of death, unaware. And the trigger discipline from Shiffy, and they're gonna let him walk down server. Is Shiffy gonna go for a super late flank on server here? 2 down server now. The Capital bolts are about to go off. The wall, the plant denial is being worked. He's on his drone. Shiffy, you need to do something soon. I'm just constantly spectating. I'm waiting for him to make a move here. The execute being prepared, and now it begins. It's down. It's up to. He decides to call. And here comes Stargazer planning, and the impact is that from Shiffy, and down goes Capital. And now he has control of the hatch with nobody to contest. And the execute going awry for CC, trying to make a comeback. And wait a second, Omizi in isolation, barging through sight, but the diffuser's under Shiffy, but he doesn't know. They both know he's above though. And isolation gonna cover him. No way! And somehow CC manages to win that. Are you kidding me? No way! Isolation and Omizi just barge in through garage side. And I was expecting the flank from Shiffy to be game ending there, but not quite. And we're going down again. I'm gonna expect that. I'm gonna expect CC to drone out tellers this time. Not gonna be the same amount of leeway given for Shiffy on Vigil again. So I'm really worried right now. They keep going basement. I would rotate the open area here at this point. 3 losses in a row. Not looking great for Wrath.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Once again, same lineup. This time bringing the Echo alongside Shiffy's roam, I assume. But again, they're just not able to make anything work on the roam. The drone work and alongside the Stargazer on the shield. It's either you go all or nothing on the roam, or you give it up really early but have some type of plant denial. However, the plant denial from Wrath is just not sufficient. They have Echo and Goyo, and that's not enough because the Goyos are all instantly popped and the Echoes never come in, are never used because some of them are allocated towards garage and maybe one on the roam. So 1 or 2 Echo drone might not be enough. So I think a Tachanka or a smoke would have been useful. Omizi identifying someone on the roam in lobby, or at least getting the hatch. We're gonna see a 2-man roam. Shiffy playing the same area as before on stock. Okay, opting against it. Remembering the time he got droned out. Ooh, careful. Don't get wallbanged here, Jay. You're gonna be confronted by an electrical from Fuse very soon. You need to be careful. And the early contest from Shippy, unsuccessful. Nice angle from Omizi. How did he know? Maybe that was his usual entry and he saw someone. That one goes down, and Jay trying to get back the kill. Unsuccessful, and JX saying, give us something back before this execute happens. We can't do anything. And it's looking really bad again for Wrath. It's going through the motions every time. Lil Sack, his drones are going to be fully useless given that there's 2 minutes left on the clock for the plant. And this time Isolation is going to entry garage, and down goes Vexy. Big swings from Isolation. The disrespect, shooting his body. Complete another disrespect here. And JX killing one at least on garage side. Getting revenge on Isolation, but this 1v4 is not gonna cut it here. Lil Sack surrounded. And down goes the plant. Gets one off the hallway. 2v1, actually not looking too impossible here for Sack. He needs to kill the gold vault guy, but he cannot find him. He only knows so much information. Just impossible scenarios that Pitt Wrath is putting themselves in. They need to switch it up, and they are going to go back up. One-sided game from DC. Let's see if Pitt Wrath is going to have a little more success on attack. They need to. One of the advantages of playing on attack on bank is, for the basement side at least, you kind of have a very nice default plan set out such that if you get the roam clear down and open up all the hatches, it becomes very difficult to stop the plant at that rate. So there's still a little bit of hope from Wrath if they at least turn this into a 4-2 game after the role swap, before the role swap occurs. And again, I'm expecting a printer window entry. Stargazer gonna try to work top square wall, I think. Last time, Wrath was able to win this side purely off of JX's audacity. And Isolation's by himself in the lobby side. We did not see anything like this last time when we saw CC play. JX holding that lobby cam. Taking it easy. Realizes that someone's watching it. Isolation's not gonna go in completely undiscovered in the barbed wire to make matters even worse. It's gonna be a long journey up those stairs for him. And opting to air jab stock? Is this what he wants to take next? This hop-in is gonna be difficult if top square isn't even taken at all, though. Stargazer needs to make the walk-in or hop-in here at least. And he does, so. The first major step to make stock much more plausible. Isolation's just taking his time, adding that pressure of just being present and alive on that over there. And Comber presence on the quad windows. And finally we see the hop in and the flash against the warden, though, unfortunately. And Jay able to take out the stock hop in. They know that's a critical piece of map control, and if they don't give it up, then the top square tech is going to be even harder. And maybe for a kill here, Abolition, unable to get it. Isolation's quietly trying to get a freebie. He knows that they know he's there still. And what is this walk up on square and the hop in? And down goes Stock, and maybe so will Stargazer here. Unbelievable pressure. And Isolation bites the bullet too. JX, having seen him on cams, and that might just do it for this round. Excellent defensive round from Pitt Wrath, not giving up Stock or top square. Specifically Stock, I'd say. And not giving away any free kills on the windows. Convincing, flawless victory. 4-2, not as bad as a 5-1, which was threatening to occur there for Pitt Wrath. Now they just need to really show up for attack. And we have seen 4-2 sort of lead comebacks occur. I'm curious to see how CC treats the basement site. I'm expecting a little more of an aggressive roam, given their playstyle. And we do see the Habana and K-Ban, both of them tailored towards the bank hatches. And Grim. Interesting always to see Grim picked as a ban over Ying and Capitao. All three really effective on dumping utility from the hatches. But I suppose Grim makes the most sense because his canisters, they can bounce off walls and give you wall hacks, and that might be a little bit more effective than any sort of smoke or flash that you could possibly use. So, and also the fact that he has 5 Grimbees, that's a lot to deal with.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Okay. A decision to bring Echo and Goyo and the smoke. I like this. Tripling up on the plant denial. Gonna be very difficult here for the plant to go down if they do wish to do so for Pitt Wrath. But interestingly enough, they're picking a very unique team composition for a basement site. I'm not gonna lie to you. They aren't bringing any sort of Capita or Ying. They're bringing a ridiculous amount of roam clears. The Deimos and the sorry, not the Isolation, and the Snake. Isolation plays so much Snake, I associate him equivalent to that. And there goes Isolation. Speaking of the devil, there goes Isolation's on the janitor door. Is he gonna get rescued here? No, I don't think so. And wait, he is. Abolition actually breaks the hatch for his recovery, but he's being careful here on the to revive. Wait, he doesn't know. Trying to save his teammate's life, and he goes down too. He was trying to gamble a little bit, and that did not pay off at all. That's a 5v3 already. It does look like the aggressive roam clear ups, I guess, paid off. Not really. It was mostly a window kill that allowed them for more kills. Omizi gonna try to get a freebie or two before he runs away, I think, and justifiably so. Never mind. Decides to hop down, confident in their plant denial. And what is this? Running back from server. Smoke ready to deny plant after the Goyos pop, I assume. Here's an interesting scenario. The plant denial, is it going to be enough to stop the plant for 1 minute 30? That's the question to ask here. This might be difficult for Pitt Wrath, despite the fact that they have numbers advantage. How are they going to play it? If they avoid giving away any freebies, CC could pull off a comeback here.
Got eyes on him.
Look at these safe angles here. But one smoke already used and the Goya's already done. And is that a using up some echo charges already? Oh, Mizi goes, shoots one out. The garage dead. Good anticipation from Comber. A little bit more denial we might see. He doesn't know when they're planning though. Does he have ammo? I think he does. 45 seconds. And what is that? He misses the echo. But wait, Comber doesn't allow the plant to go down from an angle. Did you see that echo ends up jumping through the hatch and unable to deny it, but Comber cleans up his mess. 3v2, Shippy trying to aggress on Garage, isolate him, and down he goes. Up to Omizi, and that will be it. Pitt Wrath able to secure the win. That was getting a little worrisome for Wrath, I'm not gonna lie to you, but the Garage side push definitely helped. And we are gonna pause here for a moment due to some issues with someone disconnecting here. And we will back soon. And as we wait for one of the players to come back, it does look like, based off the operators picked, okay, we are going top floor here this time. Because I guess CC's not a fan of it. Basement has not been a very successful site this game whatsoever. And we are going to continue now. Yeah, Basement has not been a very successful site on for either team. I'm not gonna lie to you, the roam clears have been just so easy from both sides. They're so effective in their ability to clear, and that's one of the reasons why they're here in semifinals. Bank is really common map. We see after all the map bans, Bank is usually there to stay a lot of the time, and being so effective on the strongest site in this map on the roam clear, it is definitely gonna help you get to the semis, to say the least. But now we're gonna go up top floor, 4-3, close match here. And Snake we're seeing him picked every round. Solid Snake, so powerful to allow for that immediate gathering of information and an instant swing we saw from Shiffy last time, able to kill that Garage player and close off the game. As I say that, Snake is not picked anymore. There you have it. We have the Ace and Thermite. I wonder why they picked both. Oh, I assume Ace wants to get the Canty angle then, probably, on that rappel. And he is gonna try that, I think. And Vexy gonna probably work the quad windows. They need to be careful not to get flanked from lobby side though, and shot. And down goes Stargazer through the wall when trying to reinforce. They didn't set up the site correctly, and JX gonna take advantage of that immediately. And the wall is open without the need of Ace or Thermite. And there goes that wall. Shippy kind of scared that he's gonna get contested from top lobby, but he's keeping a safe angle here. And now everything's starting to close in on CC. They're gonna walk through breach, I assume, very soon. And 3v5. JX goes down, and so does Vexy. The quad window's so difficult to deal with. Isolation's able to get 2 down. 1,000 meters away with the SMG-12. But he needs to be careful on the squad window again. Disgusting shot. And Comber, nice pre-fire on Janitor. 2v2. Pitrath just walking in one by one, not getting any refrags on their own teammates, and full prone, unable to still get it. Down goes Demira and up to Isolation. Who else would you want in this position but Isolation? Nearly takes his head off on top square. And down goes Janitor. They're not expecting this aggression from him. And it's turned into a 4v2 to a 1v1, and Vexy able to recover his team. You know Isolation is kicking himself for that. So close yet so far, and it's a 4-4 match already. Really sloppily done from Pitrath. They turned a 4v2 to a 1v1, but able to come out on top, so it's all okay.
Defenders, protect your bombs from
And
being
we are
defused by
back
attackers.
in the basement where all the action is and we're gonna see the same lineup from CC. Last time they ended up giving away 2 freebies in administration. If they don't this time, maybe they're confident in their ability to defend the site now. And we will see once again some heavy roam clear operators, Deimos and Snake. And it does look like they do have intentions to roam clear above and get the hatches. But again, really peculiar team comp. Wait, never mind. They bring the Capitao this time. Okay, now it's making a little more sense. Usually you see a shield op, especially the fact that Monty isn't banned. You usually see him to walk down server and go for the plant, but it's not absolutely mandatory for them, especially if you can go Deimos or Snake. Because to be honest, most of the fight on this site is on the roam player.
I don't envy those with you.
Interesting to see Omizi on the elevator position repeatedly. Usually I'd expect to see him in the basement droning, but Stargazer giving up open area, feeling some sort of pressure that doesn't really exist, except actually Stock side here. Stock in their control now and gonna probably walk down Marble soon. 2 minutes left. Not ideal for CC. But the hatches are probably gonna start getting opened up at 1 minute 30, so I think they can deny the plant given this much utility, I think, if they do it correctly. But wait, Omizi's still an elevator. This is dangerous for them if they don't realize he's close with a shotgun here. Ready to drop the hatch though, nice safety net. Does he know someone's pushing a Marble and they know? I think they've identified him and they have him surrounded. He needs to drop the hatch before he dies, and he does peel back now finally. And wow, dumping a bit of utility here. They don't realize that he's dropped. And that's 2 firebolts down. Why would they waste this much? Do they think the hatch is closed? Those 2 firebolts wasted are gonna hurt. And 1 minute left. Excellent position for CC to deny the plant given this amount of time. But Abolition decides to still go aggressive.
Loading new mag.
This is a good angle to hold because they know that he hasn't walked in through the door, but he gives it up once being droned. And yes, we are going to see the familiar server side take, but Isolation's going to hold it still. I thought he was about to run into a shotgun. And Omizi on the elevator pick here. Up to isolations to deny the walk-in, and he expects him to run through the smoke. CC thriving this time. And confronted with two guns, unable to pop the smoke in time. Big swings for Vexy. Gonna finally do the server take. He needs to get a kill back here. Shiffy, big swing.
Reload.
Right into enemy lines, but this Mira makes it impossible. The pre-fire shoots the C4. Nearly Mira goes down. And that will be it. Nice try there from Pitt Wrath, but CC get away with it. Excellent plant denial. Not even plant denial. We didn't even see any plant denial. There was just too much utility wasted up top. And too many lives lost in the server hold. Acting as an additional layer of defense when there was only 1 minute left. You have to take top floor in the roam clear. You have to do it a little faster because then you have to take server, and if you take that too long to do that, then you're never going to get the plant down. And close shotgun smoke, that's really difficult to deal with. And you need to open the hatch for square probably, and maybe use some utility, maybe double swing the smoke, maybe go through dirt and pinch the smoke player on blue stairs. It's not easy.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
And we are back up top. Very successful push last time from Pitt Wrath, so CC gonna try to avoid the nightmare that round was they had on the site. This time no Warden. But besides that, mostly similar team. Abolition, probably going to contest stock. Just the usual here. And Shiffy, he is going to go on that same canty angle like he did last time with the ace, probably. But the question is he going to get shot off early? He needs to be careful. Someone might anticipate it this time because it was done last time. And if he's going to repeat that strategy, he needs to make sure he doesn't die off the top lobby swing. And Vexy working his bread and butter on the quad windows. Shiffy totally aware of the danger he's in if someone decides to finally predict his canty push. But no one is going to contest him. And wait, we're going to see two Wamai discs to remove the ace charges. I have never seen that before.
Surface secure.
What a play from Omizi there. And he has only one ace charge left. Is that going to be enough? And it will at least give him a little bit of an angle on hallway. And Sack now in top square, but he might get swung on hallway. Not quite. And JX picked by Abolition, and he finally backs up from stock. JX didn't expect that wide swing there. And down goes Thermite. That's going to hurt, and so does Shiffy on the long angle. Vexy able to try to salvage a little bit more here, but the Mira, they can't get rid of it. They don't have anything for it. And 5v1, CC dominating this time. The tables have switched. Jay Wei hoping for a miraculous comeback here. Trying to save his team from a match point situation. Isolations thinks that Jay is on the roof. Where is he looking? And Jay just begging for a freebie. And he will sit here and grieve his team's fallen ones. And we will probably, unless there is some crazy 10-second insta-kill, we are going to see 6-4 position here in favor of CC. And they are probably going to go staff and open area, which we haven't seen this game at all.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
All set. Sentry deployed.
And here we have open area. Probably gonna see a stock and CEO layer from CC. And Pitt Wrath on match point situation. They need to skim by here however they can. And interesting to see the... Never mind, we thought I was going to see an IQ, but Doe could be probably for the roam clear up top. And yeah, we're going to see some vert being made on stock if JX can pull that off here.
Reloading.
Wolfguard. Any cities in the perimeter? No, we're in the clear. Swapping mag.
And Sack aware of Isolation's position, looking for a nice wall bang.
Changing mags.
Unable to. And Jay gonna lurk garage here. Maybe walk up marbles later on and confront Abolition. Somehow Abolition knows, it feels like. Maybe he saw him on garage cam. And it's not a lot of space being made here from Pitt Wrath. They're taking their time. Very cautious, but 2 minutes left on the clock now. And Jay, he will hear the marble player. And big swing from Abolition. Down goes Jay. I did not expect to see that timed swing. I was expecting him to hold an angle. And that is going to hurt for Pitt Wrath. Are they going to get C4 from below? They need to be careful. And the walk up from lobby. Is this a flank we see? Abolition feeling himself this round. Never mind. He is out of there. JX, can he find the gap on the sprinter window? I think he wants to hop in. And he does! Able to walk through, but makes his presence known. There's so many bodies here, under so much cover, and Isolation's staying in that position the whole game, and chaos ensues for Pitt Wrath. It's looking bad. It is match point. Can't afford to lose this. Doesn't realize someone's on the stairs here. And down goes the last one, and we are going to be playing on to the next map. Map 1 does go to CC here. And we're back on the lovely clubhouse. Difficult situation there for Wrath last time. Let's see if they're able to switch it around now that they have defense. They did start with defense last time though, so. And we will see the Maverick Band probably oriented towards defending CC. You always like to see Maverick Band for that site, because if you can allow for some sort of wall denial on main bridge, then holding Rafters becomes all the more easier. And Rafters is really critical position to hold on cache for for the cache site. And Ying Band probably for the basement site oriented towards we see. So Wrath orienting their bands towards those types of sites, probably the least prioritizing gym and bedroom. And we do see the Yazami for Rafters, of course.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
And we got the Jaeger. Probably gonna get some ADSs on blue for Shiffy to play with Wood in very common power position. And nice cutoff here on Strip Comber. Anticipating any roamers in that position. Kind of, you see it here and there for this site. Really nice default cams, and they recognize someone's in stock. He is not going to be there for long though, and catches the drone, but needs to be careful to confront this BB. Comber holding onto this camera, and he sees the bedroom player and Abolition ready to walk him down. JX in some danger, and big run out. I did not expect that. They knew where he was, and yet he still caught him off guard, but Abolition there for the refrag. Good lurk there, staying quiet. It's evened out now. And the roam clear pretty much finished, except for a little bit of more of droning left to do, probably for CC. Again, so effective on that roam clear, somehow able to refrag that Scopos, and fortunately for them, it was their IQ that died, which you could say IQ is pretty important, but if they're able to tell where the Valcams are by eye, that could help. They do need to be, and whoa, Comber C4'd, and that was exactly what I was talking about. Maybe from the intel from the Valcams, he did get C4'd. Or maybe it was gas. 3v4, not much to work with for CC. Abolished. Trying to even the grounds more. But this Mira is an unstoppable barrier. Unless they're able to get it on vert, which they can't. Church doesn't have any vert. Bunched up inside, holding all sorts of crossfires. This vert is not going to help much. And hopping in Moto. Finding the gap here. Stargazer needs to wait a second. Abolition, 2 down from Moto, and he might kill Valve too. Never mind. Jay with the double kill. 1v1. 1 HP, and down goes Jay as well. That will be it for Pitt. Big comeback from CC there. Able to drop the Moto Hatch, realizing it's free, and Abolition with that double kill earlier on was absolutely critical for that comeback. Not a good trajectory here for Pitt Wrath.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
And back down we go. This time with the mine instead of the Jaeger, probably for the same intention though, for blue side, for Warden to hold that power position.
Floor secured!
But we do see the visual instead of the scopos. I wouldn't say that much of a difference, except that Jay needs to be more careful about his positioning because he could get pinched and he can't simply teleport away after a kill or after being revealed on the roam. So
말보다는 행동이지.
Now sensing is deployed. Now you don't.
and nice cutoff on strip once again. Omizi able to get that entry early, and Jay in no man's land, all on his lonesome. And he might confront this Blackbeard early. No, makes a little noise and backs off. 2 minutes left on the clock. Plenty of time. But Jay looking for a mistake right now. Not gonna happen. And what is this? Decides to not run away, and down goes Blackbeard. Really critical off for their execute. That's gonna hurt for CC. And again, Head Wrath have put themselves in a nice 5v4 position. But Jay is 1 HP, and the Vert might start hurting. They are going to impact trick it though. They need to be careful impact tricking this because it might backfire and they might get killed off the Vert from doing that. Abolishing. Playing that entry role maybe again, or not. Just chilling. And we might see another moto drop this time.
Reloading. Activating drone.
Vexy expecting it this time. And absolutely no blue presence here from this team. Isolations. Big entry from bottom main, but this Mira, why is he not swinging? Is it full reinforced there? Yeah, it is. Interesting decision from Wrath there, and wow, just kills him off the pixel under the foible. Isolations in moto now. And chaos ensues, and Shiffy and Jay able to get one off both of them, but the kitchen hopping is this in Arsenal isolation. And that will be it. Just complete chaos. I don't know what was going on. I think Isolation walked into Arsenal through the rotate, actually. And you would think that round was going to go in favor of CC, but some big gunfights there. One from Wrath, able to shut them down despite them being inside, and the Vert fully in control for CC.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
I'm out! Gotta reload!
And here we play Cash this time with no Azami, and a Azami-less Cash. Interested to see how they decide to hold Raptors, probably with just a basic gun. And no Wamai or Jaeger as well. They are going to allow the utility dump from Capital onto Raptors probably. So
Reload!
I feel like the lounge player Sack here is going to become absolutely critical for holding Raptors, if anyone. And yes, he is going to play lounge, it looks like, and castle everything off.
Raise the wire.
Sensor on.
Compromised
position.
And yes, we are gonna see Omizi work the garage walls. Oh, maybe not. Maybe later.
Serious drywall coming up. Here we go. Stay back.
They decided to thermite it instead. Why not? If they thermite both walls, they're gonna not be able to get con and main breach though, because there's only one thermite charge. Interesting sacrifice, trade-off there made from CC. And Sack on the early contest, bottom rafters. Might catch him off guard if he gets on his drone. And he does, and there goes the thermite. Main breach no longer an option for CC. They do have the Capitao still, but his eyes are set somewhere else. And what is happening here? The lounge player killed off by Comber. So Raptor's gonna be a little easier now if Capitao starts bolting it off. But it's not so simple. They need a little more man number. And they do have it. Isolation. Gonna work the Raptors. And we're not gonna see any utility here from Womizi yet.
Dark.
Decides to waste one of the smokes. 1 minute 20. Bit of time left. Needs to be careful of red stairs there. Isolation decides to leave. Comber, he has the play, I think.
Loading glass.
But Omizi needs to be careful not to get killed off this utility usage. And there comes the fire, but dodges it. And there he goes. Omizi expecting the full prone movement a little bit to the left. And that will be Rafters. And now that Rafters is being given up, it's looking really bad for Pitt. Messed up on the smoke, but able to walk in and kills the red player. Isolations preparing the plant here. And there goes the last player holding Cash, and CC gonna take this one away on the tag. Cash, really hard site to hold when you give up Rafters, as always we see. And another CCTV cache hold. This time with the Jaeger or Wamai for the Capitao bolts. Vexy might play that similar position, but without the fire now, maybe he's better off. If Wamai is able to deny that. I think if Vexy was able to win on that interaction Rafters, that would have been game over for CC there on that round. But again, I'm not expecting Stargazer to make that same mistake, getting swung off bottom rafters by Sack. And again, very similar hold from Wrath.
Protection from grenades.
Laser kit in.
Loading mag.
And this time we have the Grim instead of the Capitao.
Claymore active. Take cover.
Isolation's gonna try to confront this castle maybe.
Time to ring some ears.
Sack, I don't think he hears it. And Lounge being opened up now. Sack under a lot of pressure. Even from Bar as well. Looking for a long angle. Isolation's waiting for his moment to break this door down when there's enough distraction maybe. And Sack, now that he's grimmed out, he needs to give the space up. He's overstayed his welcome. And there goes Stock, opened up and also pressured from Secret. Three-way pinch from CC. And there goes Lounge. Now Raptor's gonna be easier to take once these Grimbees come into use, maybe. And we see nobody holding Raptors right now. Oh, we do actually see Vexy once again holding them. Up to them. Let's see how they're gonna take this. Take it this time. Main breach still not open. And I'm not sure how Isolation got this next kill. Maybe on Vert. And Pitt Wrath being squeezed right now. Raptors is their only hope. And that's gonna be contested soon. Omizi gonna shoot out the Grimbees. And Vexy, I didn't spot it, and he's in an impossible situation. Double swung in. Down goes the Zopia. Vexy's trying to save his team, but Sight, nobody's able to hold it down. And nice and clinical take from CC. They're opening up the main breach, opening up bottom rafters. Mostly what helped them was taking Lounge and making a bit of and getting the bandits off from below. And holding that long angle from Repel with the Thermite outside breach and cutting off all the rotations and grimming out rafters. So nice and slow and clinical and not giving any free picks here from CC. I don't think CC is a site they want to explore anymore, Pitt Wrath. I wouldn't revisit this if I was them.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
And they do go a basement. Once again, similar line now from both sides for the most part. Annoying angle from Sack on Stock. We have seen early entries into Stock on basement, so he is gonna try to predict a similar pattern of attack here. And we might actually see that. Isolation might go Stock. And wait a second. Sack with the early contest, and scared that he'll get pre-fired, and so he decides to give up that space. And here comes the roam clear. Jay walking down Secret. Once he heard the Blackbeard, he's like, no thank you, I'll have none of that. And 2 minutes 15 seconds. Vert giving up, but Jay might be a little more aggressive again. Never mind. Not what you want to see for Wrath, honestly. 5v5 scenario again on the Vert. They lost 4v5s on the Vert before, and so they don't want this to happen on a 5v5, and now it's a 5v4, so rough position for Wrath. Walking down main, and also dirt. And look at this, contested from Stock. Jay trying to even out the field, but it's looking hectic here for Wrath. Unable to get anything to go for them whatsoever. And the main walk-up is successful. And flawless round from CC. Basement is just not Wrath's cup of tea here, it looks like, or not their strength. But so wasn't CC, so they need to turn this 4-2 again, struggling to fight the same battle that they fought on Bank. We just see a 4-1 position that CC put themselves in on Bank, and we will see that again this time. Wrath in a must-win situation here. If they let this become a 5-1 lead, that's when it becomes really unrealistic to have any hopes of winning. They need to make this 4-2 at the very least before the role swap.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Benchies deployed.
And we do see Jim in bedroom. Wrath just trying to see if anything works, testing out all the sites. CC not working, basement not working, and so they opt to go Jim finally. Decent site, honestly. Decent site. A little more, I'd say, stronger than Cash. But that's a topic up for debate. And we do see a relatively default hold, castling off the windows, extending into Cash with, not with a Warden. Usually you see a Warden playing on top red with a deployable shield, but it just looks like an extension without any deployables, but a lot of utility here, and Vexy recognizes they're walking up Raptors. Big kill. He's gonna run back up and use the Goyos to waste some time. That's gonna hurt there. The early kill by Wrath. Unexpected aggression. But CC still not completely lost, of course. 4v5 manageable.
Ready to go.
Gonna try to work CC, I think. How is Vex gonna play this? It seems like he's stuck here. No intentions of running away. Cash still kind of their own space, and there goes Thermite. Vexy dominating on Cash. Abolish trying to get some vengeance here, but he knows someone's con holding the Cash crossfire. This is an impossible crossfire to get rid of without swinging red first. And hold on. Abolishing gonna take this 1v1, but Vexy rejecting it, saying it's a 5v3. I'm out. I've had enough. And the run out from Wrath unsuccessful. Sack a little bit too ambitious, and Shiffy punishes him for thinking there was a gap on Jim window, and the run out on Comber. What is happening here? Chaos ensuing, and we did see a lot of aggression there from Wrath, and Jim so successful for them. Vexy on that Cash side extension, able to get 2 off and actually running away, not over aggressing, realizing after that, okay, it's a 5v3, I should run away. There's no reason for me to take this 1v1 here. Let's try to win this game and, you know, guarantee it as much as we can, and they were able to do so. In 4v2 now, it's still possible for Wrath to come back. And we do see the Thermite band. That's actually an interesting pick there. Usually you see Maverick first and foremost, so I wonder what that means. Maybe they're hoping to minimize. I don't really know, actually. It does look like CC has no intention of playing CC. Okay, that's kind of a weird little play on words, but CCTV or Cash. It doesn't look like they plan to play it, given that Maverick is still here. Or maybe they do. Maybe they're comfortable with it. Maybe the Thermite ban was to make Gym and Bedroom a little bit more of a stronger site, preventing Thermite from getting Jacuzzi, Khan, and CC wall. Thermite is particularly strong on that, so it looks like they're comfortable with. It looks like they're comfortable with Wrath opening up the walls with Maverick, and they're not really too concerned with the wall denial component of it, especially given the fact that they brought absolutely no wall denial. Well, actually, never mind. This is basement. That doesn't apply, and also the fact that Bandit and Kate are banned makes my statements even more nonsensical. Kind of a smart interaction of bans we saw there from CC. Maybe they did a little bit of homework there, realizing that Wrath does like to ban Bandit and Cade, so if they're gonna have no form of the wall denial, might as well just remove thermite, because if you're not going to trick the wall, because you cannot do it anyways, might as well give them the only option of breaching the wall through, you know, through Maverick. But they do have ace still, to be fair. Although not as versatile as thermite, I say. And we do see this familiar lineup that CC likes to run on the roam clear for basement. We have seen CC play this sort of setup before, like basement for clubhouse, and they've been very successful on the room clear. Extremely aggressive. And what is this? Shiffy, is he in Colin?
Loading mag.
Hops in and kills isolation. And like I said, so aggressive. Proving my point, CCN. Instantly going for first floor. Doesn't even have anything droned, and Jay walks down. Not concerned. A bit risky though, but they're comfortable. Maybe they did the drone work beforehand. And 2 minutes left on the clock, and 1 man down. Brutal for CC. Actually, so my apologies. Wrath was the one that was attacking. CC's the one on defense. I have them completely mixed up. Okay, well, Wrath putting on a show here on attack. But no blue side pressure. Oh, never mind. We do see now. Sack might walk down, and there goes off the church head holes. JX trying to get a refrag, but nobody aggressive enough to swing that. We're gonna see a lot of solo confrontations here between the main player and the blue player. Wrath needs to see a lot go their way here off these 1v1s, unless they decide to go against those pushes, not do those pushes. And Vexy free pick on the vert, and JX successful on the church swing, and 2 down. Arsenal player left over, and that will be it for CC. Nice and easy for Wrath, making it look, I guess easy, making it look easy. Quick roam clear with the blitz. I'm not sure if they had the visuals droned out in advance, but convenient to have that 2v1 situation against him, and after that, the rest is clockwork.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
And opting to go basement once more. CC gonna bring the Valkyrie this time, as well as a double shotgun and Echo. A triple shotgun, actually. Line up. And one of the reasons Wrath able to clear everything so fast is they have these nice setup drones everywhere. Probably practiced these beforehand, because they cut off so many angles and hiding spots.
Camera in position.
And we will see the blitz. Maybe walk through main here, or no? Probably gonna go above once more. This time, no roamers. Full bunkering in from CC. And Wrath gonna soon realize there is no contesting going on above here. The question is, how do they plan to execute? If CC avoids giving any free picks from the hatches, it's gonna be hard for Wrath. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Although, not a lot of utility to dump here from Wrath from the hatches.
Clearing the way.
And aggressive swing from isolation. looking for a freebie. What is this? Turning off the
Reload.
ram? How does he not know they won't swing off the hatch?
I'm released.
And Valk might get caught off guard and gets away somehow. How does he know nobody's on the hatch? That's my point. That's my confusion. And walking down blue right now. And JX in moto already. Facing the brunt of that echo. Explosion. Every attacker everywhere, and Shiffy fully in sight. Nobody knows. And there goes the church player. And there goes the blue maybe. And yes, Shiffy with the gap. Isolation's returning to sight. Maybe a little too late. And shot through the smoke. So much chaos that we see cost from Wrath. They had a dirt entry, a blue player, someone dropping moto, someone walking down main, everyone in different positions, such that if one of those players is able to get a kill, then everyone else, then that acts as a pull, as a magnetic almost force that attracts other defenders to take on and rotate to that position where their teammate died, and that opens up avenues for everyone else to entry through their own respective areas, right? So that's one of the major benefits of splitting up so much. But one of the disadvantages or cons, you could say, is that if you lose your 1v1,
Defenders,
or if you
protect your
don't
bombs
find the
from being
gap,
used by
and if you
attackers.
mess up that gap entry attempt, then there is no refrag potential because everyone's split up, right? So dangerous, but also high risk, high reward situation that Wrath is putting themselves in, and they're coming out on top in these situations so far. And 4-4, Wrath turning things around. And we do see a similar approach that Wrath did for the cast defense. A lounge hold with the castle, and this time we do have a zombie with the Jaegers, so gonna be really difficult to clear even with the Capitao. But they do have the Flores. Let's see if they're able to actually clear the Util with it though. And we do see a little bit of tricking of the wall with Mira, but it doesn't work actually. They mess it up, unable to impact trick. And interesting little
Swapping max.
sneaky position here from Omizi. I'm not sure if they've droned them out yet. Getting pressed from bar side. Stargazer. And down goes the walk-in from bottom garage. Omizi catches them off guard. That is gonna hurt because that's their Capitao player. And so Rafters becomes 10 times difficult to take now. At least they have the wall open though. And refrag off Omizi there. Surprised to see Omizi stay in that position there. I was expecting him to run away. And holding on to Lounge really aggressively. They're gonna have to they're just gonna have to swing this zombie with no information, and that's what's gonna happen, unfortunately, if you do so. Maybe it's up to JX next. And what is that? Jay picking off the Lounge player. Might walk up red, and now JX, now that Lounge is clear, he's able to try to contest this Azami. He will not do it, actually. The C4 nearly deadly there for JX, but he will walk up using that as sound cover, and he doesn't know. Isolation goes down. Wait. I thought the Mira was closed, but I guess it wasn't. We have a 1v2. Abolishing. Tough spot to be in, but good cover. The plant going down. Good cover there. Pulling the angle, Jay. And the trade. That could have gone bad if Flores failed on that 1v1, but goes their way in 4-5 with Wrath taking the lead on attack. And now we see an Ace-Ben leaving Wrath with only Maverick for the most part, or can openers to open the walls. That's going to be painful when it comes to gym and bedroom, possibly. Maybe not painful, but it will be maybe a bit of a hindrance not having any big breaches to go through. And the mute ban, interesting to see there. Not super typical. You see a mute ban from CC, or sorry, from Wrath.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Surya's in place!
And CC in trouble finally. Their backs against the wall the first time this series.
APS deployed and ready to go.
And
You can stop worrying
once
about
again,
the
we have a
now.
cache extension.
Shields out.
And we will see probably a cache site clear here from Rad.
Almost done. Reloading.
Look.
Reinforcing wall!
And Vexy probably gonna try to open up Jacuzzi by himself, but the rest of the team's initiative is gonna be dedicated towards cache clear. And Vexy, is he not gonna open up the cache wall? JX expecting the bar player to walk through his to his crosshair to the lounge, but maybe there goes the wall. And Jacuzzi being opened by Mav. Gonna be tough to clear out Abolition on this deployable here, especially. JX might try to clear this cache player first. And nice head holes from Vexy, trying to trap Isolation, and down he goes off the pixel, or not a pixel, but barely an angle on him, and Abolition getting pressed. He wants it pick back badly. And runs through him into cache. Down goes Abolition 2v4. JX is flying through the fire, and he gets killed by the pipe. A little too ambitious there.
On the enemy location.
And I don't think anyone's there to revive him. Or maybe they will. Comber not realizing he's on his own.
Nothing to report at my location.
How is he gonna pick him up though? Off the nade here? The Jaeger blocking it, and whoa! And Omizi on the flank, getting back to side because he realizes Comber's in a tough position right now by himself. And once Logi's open, all hell is about to rain loose on CC. And here comes the castballs being maved open. Comber, he doesn't have any cover at all. And he will wide swing Shippy in 2v2 scenario. And what is happening? The knife from Jay, and Comber one tap, and what is happening? Triple kill from Combe. Incredible one tap on that master player, and look at that instant decision to rotate towards Khan. Knew exactly where Mav was. And huge 1v3 comeback from CC. 5-5.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Deploying ADS.
And we see a Jaeger or a zombie, interestingly enough, for basement. Probably, again, the Jaeger for blue, the zombie to create some awkward angles in sight. You could do much with a zombie on any side as long as you know the placements. And we will see once more an aggressive full room clear probably coming from Wrath here. CC need to be careful. And wait, they forget to shoot the default cam, so now they know where they're at. Although that information might not be super useful. Abolishing, he could check the default and run out here, but doesn't realize. And there goes the entry up top from Jay, just barging through up top. He doesn't even need to drone it, just face checking it. With his teammate right behind him, ready for any refrags, potentially. Unique roam clearing method we see from Wrath. Invert being given up now, 2 minutes on the clock. And wait! Isolations! Hoping for a C4 kill, but not quite. He is getting punished today. And to be honest, last time the walk down through main was what made CC lose the previous round. And what? Able to swing through the pre-fire Abolition. This time, the main walk down not going to be as successful. That could change the tides in favor of CC. And what is this contest from Abolition? And Shiffy gonna walk down main potentially. Dangerous he was last time. Able to walk in without anyone noticing. Hoping for the same, but we'll see if that occurs. And he does decide to swing now. And barely shooting his feet. What a pixel from Vexy. Finally walking through the Fenny, but backing up. So much pressure. Down Moto J. Bomber needs to make something work against a blitz in his face. And Stargazer nowhere near the action, and 1v4. The main entry again from Shiffy. So difficult to counter with so much pressure everywhere else, and that will be another one for Wrath. Match point. CC gonna hope for an overtime here.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Reloading!
And this game is looking really close. CC on the verge of defeat from this map. But very formidable lineup this time. Going basement again. Gonna confront the same blitz. And main walk down and Moto Edge and dirt push and all the chaos that comes alongside that. Just too much pressure for them to handle in the previous rounds. They lost basement 2 times in a row now.
Please reinforce!
And we will see the Capitao this time gonna work the hatches. And Omizi and Abolish gonna roam opposite sides of the map. They will probably confront Jay with the Blitz and Shiffy right behind them again. Such a familiar duo. But this time, Abolishing and Omizi expecting it. No way, is Jay gonna hop in with no drone work? Wait, they might have drawn them out. Being a little cautious and scared to hop in this time. Ops to go Jacuzzi side, I think. Jay. Ready to walk in, and Omizi killed by who? Is that Vexy? Is that on the con wall? Are you kidding me? And Jay rushing down, hunting the Vigil. Giving up the space, 2 minutes left. CC needs to be careful here. It is match point for them. But Abolishin needs to get something in. Wait! Main swing! He doesn't realize until it's too late. And 5v3. Need a huge comeback here from CC. They do have some nice mirrors to work with, but won't be for long after Shiffy's done with them. One down. Hatch is opened. Isolation, you need a clutch. No, he's getting shot from the vert. And JX, what is that? Entry through main again. Up to Stargazer and ISO now.
Swapping mags.
And Stargazer, big pick on the feed holes. 2v3. Not impossible. But Stargazer unable to handle the blue push, and that will be it. Wrath able to get away with map 2, and we will go into map 3 now. Really close matchup. We will be back for map 3 on layer. Final map. Who will win the semis to move on to finals? Alright, and we're back on Lair for the final map of the series here. 1-1. Wrath versus CC. Close match. Close series, at least, to say the least. And we're gonna see CC on defense this time, finally. And the early Monty ban. You usually see Monty walk into operational and or through main breach to go for plants for top floor, and for basement it doesn't really matter to site. Monty just really powerful for that post plant potential, or just for the plant actually, not post plant potential, sorry. And the bandit pick, trying to prevent any bandit tricking on breach, is typical, nothing too crazy. And this time opting to ban the Mira instead of the Cade from Wrath. Maybe they were not very comfortable facing the Mira in Clubhouse, so they decided to switch it up. And the Thermite ban, once again from CC, probably not going to bring much wall denial, or maybe they'll at least bring a Cade, it doesn't hurt, but the Maverick going to be more than enough, regardless of what they bring. Yeah, and we still see the Cade brought, doesn't hurt.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
And it's time. Who will move to the finals? It's getting serious now.
Loading.
And we will see an attempt to get the wall here. Maybe JX will go below and get the Cade off from below, I suppose, or do some type of lurk and walk up rocket stairs. We'll see how they approach this.
Shit, jammer. Reloading. Wall's done. Jammer ready to activate.
Okay, and we do see them hoping to get main breach, but
Mine is ready.
they are gonna work display and bathroom windows here, I think.
More mine set.
Deployed. We have some time.
And potentially work backside. Abolish on the roam, maybe looking for a C4 below. And how
Up and running.
does Wrath hope to entry here is the question. It does look like backside for the most part. Two of them working this position here. And so the sack.
Detected. Second floor.
They look like they want to open up the store, the Pebbles main breach, that room that Smoke is in.
My bibbies are in place.
Or storage, sorry. Call it storage also. I call it Pebbles sometimes. Isolation's in a really important spot here. If he's able to shut down their hope, and they're just holding angles though. What's their next step forward is the question. And Omizi from the storage rotate. Nice angle on the walk-in and really hard pixel to deal with. That will be 2 for Omizi. And now comes the smoke. Spexy needs to fry this kid off display here if he wants any hope for his team. And chaos ensues and the storage battle continues. It does die down a little bit. Storage still not taken. Barely any map control. Oh, it is taken, I suppose. But now, not much else you could do. Too many crossfires. And if you're pushing the same door, how can they make this work? And this is too much to deal with. Omizi picks up his third one, just destroying them.
Changing mag.
And pre-fired from Stargazer. Excellent round there from Omizi, able to defend the backside. Honestly, not super excited to see Wrath just try to flood through one door and take storage, because that smoke just makes it impossible with that close shotgun and that pixel angle from Cade there. At that point, you might as well... You have to add pressure elsewhere when you have that many guns facing you, or at least a shield, or at least some type of flashbang. Without any utility, it's hard to push through a pixel TCSG Cade shotgun as well as a smoke shotgun. You can only do so much with gunners, even like AK and AK-12 with the Ace and R4C with the Ash. It's not enough, I'm telling you. But we do see the iconic Blitz from Wrath, probably going to take a similar approach on the roam clear, so it does seem to be one of their core strengths that CC needs to play around.
The beauties are in practice! Lord reinforced!
Reloading. What's the fight?
Keep our positions.
Changing mag. Whoa. Razor wire reach. Anybody need a shave?
And we do see mostly spawning garage side here. Probably gonna open up the garage main wall and go horizontally from there. It doesn't look like Wrath wants to get any vert, to be honest with you. Full horizontal take, interesting to say the least.
Swapping mag.
My biggest worry is the lack of pressure being added everywhere else on the map, though. If they're all entering through here, no windows shot down, no doors destroyed. They're gonna know where they're coming from. But if they're confident, all power to you. But this wall gonna be really nice to get an angle into missile.
Track
Torch out.
drone activated.
And that will make the walk up through garage a lot more easier. And deciding to map it open before acing it first. The issue with lockers is you cannot push through lockers easily through that door because there's so many crossfires on it, and Vexy already up missiles and nobody there to contest. Missiles looks like a big gap to take, but mostly concerned with lockers. There are too many crossfires on this door. You do not want to mess with that locker's door. I'm telling you that much. But we might see some activity missiles here. And yes, we do see the hop in, and Jay might walk in. So much pressure through one door here. And the roam clear attempt from Sack unsuccessful. Omizi able to get one off and recover his teammate. The issue is there's two upstairs right now. Site is not heavily fortified. Everyone's such low HP. And that will be it. Another round goes to CC. It's looking really bad for Wrath right now. Their pushes are not adding a lot of pressure. Unable to make any progress through the crossfires. Even the blitz not enough. Wrath need to change up their play style here, because these matches are not looking close right now. It is not looking good for them. CSC's so good at holding those crossfires, not over-aggressing, and getting those refrags. And we did see some success there on the roam from CC, so maybe that'll be something they'll try to adapt. Although we will see a first floor site hold right now.
Wall reinforced!
Attila is active.
And a top hold here from
Camera ready.
CC. gonna be tough to penetrate. A lot of utility, or at least the deployable, on the storage side. And they will clear up top, it looks like. Wrath with the Blitz and Ram, and see how that goes.
Deployed drone.
And we might see, yeah, we might see a storage side entry again from Jay.
Grenade out!
Comber staying flexible here, ready to rotate wherever need be. And look at this, 4 people up top. It's just Omizi holding sight. There's so many defenders up top. But of course, they can't opt to choose to hit sight. Or they can, but it won't be too easy given that there's so much vert made on it. You can't really plant the bomb safely. But Vex, free entry into ops.
Loading new magazine.
This time, Wrath adding pressure everywhere, and mainly the ops entry looks like it's their plan. And what is
Loading new
this?
mag!
Able to get a headshot off the shield, abolishing, spamming that TCSG. How was he able to get that angle on Bliss? And at least they have a little bit of control here, but bathroom side contested by Stargazer. This is a dangerous swing from Syke. Ah, this is bad for him, and gonna swing right into the shotgun, and down he goes. Just Vexy, and he will get C4'd. Again, I don't feel like there's enough pump being put into the attack of Wrath this time. This is so different from that clubhouse game we saw. They just can't. This map is so big that you can't really squeeze the defenders in like they did on basement and top floor and everywhere on clubhouse. So pushing through one side of the map, not gonna cut it, and really unfortunate death there from Jay running, and there was a little bit of a pixel on the top of his head, I guess, that was able to be exploited, and tough position to be in. Unable to clear the roamers this time on layer. Different map, different results.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Loading new mag. Razor wire in position.
And we will see a top floor hold once again. Let's see if it will be to the same level of success that CC had last time. This time, is Wrath going to change their plan, opting to bring the snake this time? And we don't see any wall denial, actually, except for the mute. They will be able to get main breach here if Ace decides to do so.
Initiating jammer.
And what is this? Run out from isolations.
Keeper deployed.
Or spawn peek, and wait a second, might catch him off guard, and he does! There goes Vexy. Last thing you're expecting are spawn peeks on layer, and that will...
Reloading.
That's like kicking a dead horse right now.
Changing mags!
CC in a great position to continue winning and put themselves in a 4-0 lead. But the wall will be open, and Abolishing putting himself in a weird position right now. He will be trapped here, maybe. But the entry into ops, and doesn't realize that Omizi goes down.
Starting response activated.
And top Mez gonna be slowly surrendered here. A lot of space being surrendered towards Wrath. Sack looking like he's ready to plant the bomb very soon, but Stargazer Probably hoping to spawn to peek out on the ace on the breach, but contested. And Snake realizes he stays there, and wide swing catches him off guard.
Nothing nearby.
But still, 3v3 scenario, Sack in a decent position for the plant, but this top mez is concerning. And down goes Shiffy, and now the plant is no longer possible if Isolation can contest this. That was a critical gunfight that needed to be won from Wrath, and that will be another one down. Isolation popping off with a 3K this round. Up to Jay to kill this close shotgun player. And Abolishin swings him. He does not care that he will be isolated on that swing. And now we have a 4-0 lead from CC here. Every single map we've seen so far in this series has been 4-0 in favor of CC. However, for Clubhouse, Wrath was able to come back after turning it into 2-4 before the roles were swapped. So Wrath needs to win 2 in a row right now to give themselves any realistic chances without hoping for an insane comeback. Pretty much a must-win scenario here for Wrath. They need to change something. I don't know what they need to do, to be honest, because I don't know, these gunfights just don't seem that advantageous. And, it feels like a lot of 50-50 gunfights being taken from Wrath, and we are gonna see some vertical play that Wrath is gonna attempt, unlike last time, which was a full horizontal take.
Deploying mine.
Keep us secured!
Markets are all in play.
And we do see a bit more of a spread out team here, and is this an attempt to push stock side? I'm not sure, actually. What is Wrath planning here? The early entry, first floor, gonna go horizontally clear from here on out, it looks like. And who's there to contest, actually? Just Isolation by himself? He's very far out right now. He is gonna give up top mess before he even sees the enemies, probably here. Isolation realizing what's happening right now, probably. I'm curious, is he gonna take a gunfight, or is he just gonna give it up here? Maybe. Whoa, nearly wall banged in. Stargazer off that blue stairs. Big swings. And Isolation takes down another. CC getting Wrath getting brutalized right now. Isolation gonna meet another one here, and if he's able to kill him, the demoralization that Wrath is facing. Stargazer able to help Isolation. They're not leaving him fully alone. That was so critical for them, and Jay in a hopeless position. Can we get an ace from Jay? This will be historical, to say the least, if he can pull it off. And no way he expects that. And the shotgun will finish him off. Flawless round. Excellent roam game. And 5-0 lead. Wrath hoping for a miracle to win this. They need to at least make it 5-1. Allow themselves some margin of error.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
And we are back on first floor. The up top room clear really unsuccessful last time we saw from Wrath. They just were walking into shotguns and TCSGs. And it does look like a similar plan. They're gonna run from CC. This is pretty much a must-win scenario for Wrath. A 6-0 lead is going to be pretty much impossible to come from. I don't think that's ever been done, to be honest. So, bringing the Blitz this time from Vexy instead of Jay. Switching up the lineups a bit. Not sure if that's a good or bad sign.
Reloading.
Cover me.
And early C4. What is this aggression?
Jammer ready to activate.
And isolation. Killed off operational door. Good start, finally starting off with the first pick from Wrath. I think that might be the first round where they get the opening kill there.
Cover me. Reloading.
But still a lot to go through here. And quick peeking, the TCSG survives it this time, but
Barrier.
so tough to challenge. Abolish finally gives them some space. And now we see the backside pressure, some really good pressure from this team now. This looks like a very well executed roam clear and kind of cornered Abolition and his compatriot. They look like they plan to drop the hatch soon. They need to be careful here though. Close shotgun, unable. A little bit of a perspective issue, and Abolition might run away finally. Not before he gets a little damage on Vexy. 3v4 and still alive. What is going on? Abolition, impossible to kill. And that will be IQ, and another one goes down before Abolition's finally downed. They don't realize it yet, though. They need to pick him up before he gets revived. Terrified of his presence, even when he's downed. My goodness. 2v2 scenario. Omizi gonna play aggressive already? And we have the first case of vertical play from Wrath, finally. In a 2v2 scenario, though, this time. And wait, he hears him. Is Omizi gonna get punished for this? Wait, he doesn't realize. Omizi gets one down and no one there to refrag him. Not able to hear Omizi quite well enough. Sack, 1v2, 30 seconds. Impact goes out. Nice little bait attempt there from Sack, but 15 seconds. CC have taken this seriously still, and wait! Unable to beat this crossfire, though. Nice crossfire made by Omizi there with the impact. And that will be another round. 6-0, flawless defensive holds from CC there. And now we need to see a 6-0 run from Wrath for any more chances for overtime. Brutal. And we will see a thermite gate band. Nothing too special. Just minimizing the breaches here as much as they can, I think. And we do see the bandit. Not going to be much resistance on the wall denial here from CC based off these bans. And so we are back on the defensive end, but not a great way to start the defense here for Wrath, but maybe they pulled us out of the grave, who knows? Maybe we see the comeback of the Sentry. And we do see the Clash pick. Desperate times call for desperate measures, I guess, but Clash, always a good pick. I'm surprised we don't see her more often chosen.
Deploying ADS.
Deploying ADS.
And we do see maybe an operational side push. Maybe some contesting towards... Wait a second. They realize he's contesting the door directly. And nearly I was expecting a pre-fire on his door. Omizi. Early confrontation on the roam here against JX. And already 4v5. Looking terrible for Wrath. They need to avoid the 7-0 sweep best as they can at least. But Deimos might pose some problems on the Clash here from below. And he is roughly below him. Opting not to track him yet. And finally entering through ops. It's looking bad for Wrath now. We have seen this Deimos type of play from CC before on Lair. So powerful to have the Deimos below while they go for default plant. And probably communicating to Omizi who to track. And whenever. And now gonna open up the main breach Stargazer. Such a good default take. And now Sack needs to swing and get something off of this. And what a hop in. Doesn't see him, but still unable to pick him off. How is Stormgazer able to kill him off there? Unfortunate. And 3v5 backed into a corner. Shiffy needs to win this, and he does not have isolation. One goes down. Unable to see pre-fire. Jay has the play maybe. 1v3. Deagle. Match point, and that will be it. 0-7 loss from Wrath. Unfortunate, and CC will move on to the finals. What a match. Great attempt at trying to come back on Clubhouse we saw, but unfortunately not able to pull it off there for Wrath, and that will be it. Interesting match to see, to say the least. Such a powerful default take up top there from CC, and great defensive hold by them, holding those crossfires, playing off the utility, and that will be it. So thank you all for watching the series, and stay tuned for more. Stay tuned for more in the future, to say the least. I should probably say that, not now. That was the last one. Yes.